All right, the first thing we're going to do is go over a few of these proportions, going over cross product practice. Here, follow along with your notes page. The first one is n over 9 equals 7 over 3. You cross multiply. 3 times n, 3n. 7 times 9, 63. And then you just solve for n like we've always done. Divide both sides by 3. N equals 21. Same thing here. Do not be intimidated when you see the variables or the expressions. You have 10 times n minus 5 equals 5 times 6. I'm going to write it out for you. All right, so we're going to distribute here. 10 times n is 10n. 10 times 5 is 50. 5 times 6 is 30. Solve for n. We're trying to get n by itself. We're going to move 50 by adding 50 to both sides. So I have 10n equals 80. Divide both sides by 10. N equals 80 divided by 10 is 8. Let's do the same thing here. Try to work these on your own before I finish them, and then check your work. See if you get the same answer. That's how you help yourself study. 6 times x minus 6 equals 3 times x. Distribute. 6 times x is 6x. 6 times negative 6 is negative 36 equals 3x. All right, so we're going to move, let's move all of our x to the left and our numbers to the right. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. 6x minus 3x is 3x. Bring down your minus 36. And 3x minus 3x, there's nothing left over here, and it's 0. You add 36 to both sides. And 3x equals 36. Divide both sides by 3. X equals 12. 36 divided by 3 is 12. That should be a review for you guys. You should all know how to do that. How to solve for an unknown variable by now. I know you do. All right, this next one is 7 times a plus 10 is equal to 10 times a minus 2. All right, we're going to cross multiply. I said cross multiply. Distribute. 7a plus 70 is equal to 10a minus 20. I'm going to move my variables to the left and my numbers, my constants, to the right. So I'm going to subtract 10a from both sides. I have negative 3a plus 70 equals negative 20. I'm going to subtract 70 from both sides. Going a little faster because you all know how to solve equations. Negative 20 and negative 70 is negative 90. So I'm going to get a by itself. Divide both sides by negative 3. A equals positive 30. Right? Negative 90 divided by negative 3 is positive 30. All right, so let's move on to the word problems. And again, you cannot be intimidated when you see word problems in math. Very simple. 1 pack of blueberries costs $3. How many can you buy if you have $12? I hope you know that if you have $12, you could buy 4 packs. But let's set it up as a proportion. All right, so we're comparing blueberries to the amount that they cost, to the dollar amount. Excuse me, y'all. I cannot write today. What is going on? All right, so one package, we know that one package of blueberries is on the top, dollars is on the bottom, is $3. So one blueberry, $3. How many blueberries? So we don't know how many, that's what we're trying to find, for $12. And then you set up the proportion you solve by cross multiplying, okay? So you have 3 times x equals 12 times 1. And you divide both sides by 3, and x equals 4. So you can get 4 packages of blueberries for $12. All right, so here, Rob reduced the size of a rectangle to a width of 3 inches. What is the new height if it was originally 6 inches wide and 4 inches tall? So we're comparing wide and tall. So you put that wide to tall or width to height. Whatever you want to do, just as long as you know how to separate the two. So the original was 6 inches wide, so wide is on top, and 4 inches tall. So the original, 6 to 4, 6 inches wide, 4 inches tall. It says, what is the new height? So we don't know the height. So we don't know the height, but it was reduced to 3 inches wide. So now you solve. 6 times x is 6x. 4 times 3 is 12. Divide both sides by 6. X equals 2. All right, so the original was 6 inches wide, 4 inches tall. The new is 3 inches wide, 2 inches tall. X equals 2. All right, the currency in Egypt is a pound. The exchange rate is $1. Buys you 5.7 pounds. So we're comparing dollars to pounds. All right, so we know that $1 gets you 5.7 pounds. How many pounds? You see that? How many pounds? So we know we're going to solve for pounds. How many pounds would you get if you exchange $8.50? So dollars to pounds, dollars to pounds. Okay? You have 1 times x is x. I cross multiply it. And 5.7 times 8.5 is 48.45. So that should be your answer when you cross multiply. Again, you need to do that on your own. Use your calculator if you need to. All right. Summerlee reduced the size of a triangle to a height of 6.1. What is the new width? So we're trying to find a new width if it was originally 20.1 inches wide, 18.3 inches tall. So width to height. That's what we're comparing. All right. So originally it's 20.1 inches wide. So wide is at the top, 20.1, and 18.3 inches tall. So now they're asking for the new width. So the new width, we don't know. That's what they're asking for. That's my variable. And the new height is 6.1. So you cross multiply. 18.3 times x is 18.3x. And 20.1 times 6.1 is 122.61. I divide both sides by 18.3 to solve for x. And x equals 6.7. All right. Julio bought 5 bunches of asparagus for $12.45. So he bought asparagus for how much money? He bought 5 asparagus for $12.45. How many asparagus for $24.90? So you have to cross multiply. 12.45 times x is 12.45x. 5 times 24.9 is 124.5. Divide both sides by 12.45. And x equals 10. So he can buy 10 bunches for $24.90. All right, last one. Angela reduced the size of a painting to a height of 5.6. So there's the height. What is the new width? Blah, blah, blah. You know what to do now. I know you do. All right, so if it was originally 11.2 inches tall and 1.6 inches wide, that was the original. What is the new width? So the width is here because that's what we're trying to find. If the new height is 5.6, cross multiply 11.2 times x is 11.2x. 5.6 times 1.6 is 8.96. You solve for x. Divide both sides by 11.2. Guys, if you understand this, this is a part of geometry as well that they have to learn. All right, 8.96 divided by 11.2 is 0.8. Any questions? Please send me an email. I'll have everything open while you guys are in class. Have a good day.